Hey there, this is Bat once again. Welcome back to another video. And this is a paid request from my friend Efree. Thank you so much for that, man. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos or topics, reactions, commentaries, reviews, re-reviews, what have you, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. It'll be for pretty much any type of video. And now we get to a topic which a lot of people have been asking about. A lot of people. Because it was in the news, because there was like a CinemaCon and Nickelodeon was there along with Disney and other companies. So Disney's like releasing stuff about the Deadpool 3 movie and all these other movies coming out for all these other companies. And one of them was Nickelodeon said, hey, we've announced that we're going to be doing an R-rated Ninja Turtle movie based on The Last Ronin. That is going to be written by one of the co-writers of Boy Kills World, this new action film coming out. Someone who used to be with Warner Brothers, kind of the guy here, kind of heading things. And a lot of people are like, oh, you must be excited for it. Oh, what you don't say about it, Matt? Oh, I just don't care. Apathy is the best way to word it. Apathy. And people may go, what? Why? Because here's the way I look at this whole thing. Number one, something being announced doesn't mean anything. Because you still have all the time to write the script, make sure it's up to whatever standard that studio or whoever else wants and likes and approves. And will it get approval? Give us a second, give us a third, give us a fourth draft. Maybe they'd be like, you know what, can we get another writer, or second writer, or a third writer, fourth, fifth writer? Can we improve the script? Can we rework it? All the stuff that goes into writing and getting a film actually started into production. Because you gotta make sure the script gets completed. You gotta make sure, as far as they go, to dot the I's and cross the T's. Not saying that's what they really would do, but that's what you're supposed to do. Then you got casting. Who's going to be cast in the film? Who's going to direct the film? All that stuff that has to go into place before a film can even get started. I mean, if they said, okay, we got a director, and we got a writer, and we have an idea who's going to star in it, that'd be a different matter. Because so many things change. Regimes change. Studio heads change. And maybe the new studio head or maybe someone else goes, you know what? Don't think this is the right idea. Or you know what? We don't get cold feet. You know what? Not sure about this. Let's change our minds on it. And then it never gets made. Remember that last Ronin video game? The last time I heard it, it was canceled. Because the studio went belly up. Who was going to make that game. Now, hey, it could be wrong. Maybe they just say it's been delayed or whatever. But, I mean, from what I heard, that game's not coming out. And that studio's pretty much gone. And people got hyped about it, but doesn't look like you don't see anything of it. So that's why you don't get hyped for anything. How many times have they announced movies that it got canceled? I remember Sylvester Stallone, and I wasn't excited for it, but I'll go do Demolition Man 2, and Cliffhanger 2, and Bat Trace 2, and you've heard nothing of those movies. I mean, constantly, there's always movies being announced, and then nothing ever happens. And you go, well, what happened to that movie? I remember there was a trailer for Night of the Living Dead 2 starring the people that were in the original Day of the Dead, like Laurie Cardille and Terry Alexander. That film disappeared. Apparently they couldn't get the money, and they said, nope, we're not making it. So there you go. So, and then that would have been a bad movie too, but like I said, announcement means nothing. There's all sorts of things that could happen. Again, rewrites, studio regimes changing, development hell, all that stuff. So you overcome all of that. Then it's, well, which director are you going to get? Are you going to get a director worth a crap? Or are you going to get a director that's easily controlled? Or some newbie who you find out doesn't know a damn thing, doesn't know what that person is doing? Then let's say, okay, you get the director, you get the script finished. Who are you going to cast? Are you actually going to have the turtle be the main star? Or you don't throw in other characters as from their point of view? And because just because you're adapting something, many times it could be a loose adaptation. Well, we'll put our own twist on it. We'll put our own focus on it. We'll put our own way of seeing things the way it was done in that comic book. We're going to add this character in here, and it's going to be from their point of view, this human character, and we're going to hear their monologue and their dialect, and it's going to be from their point of view of what's going on, and they'll cut to. You never know. Don't be surprised on anything. But even if you get the director and the script, and yes, it's going to be the focus on this character, then you make the film. Okay, what if in the middle the studio goes, you know what, does it have to be R-rated? Can it be PG-13? Or, you know what, does it have to be PG-13? Can we somehow make it PG? Or at the very least, you'd be like, you know what, does it have to be rated R? Could it be PG-13? PG-13 will work. You know, a PG-13 Ninja Turtle movie, there you go. And people getting cold feet. That could easily be the case too. And it's Nickelodeon. Nickel and Diamond. I'm supposed to trust that company on releasing an R-rated film and not thinking, you know, we say we were going to, but can you cut this? Can you cut that? Hey, maybe we'll have an unrated version, maybe not. So, I mean, don't buy anything until it's actually done. And then on top of that, will it be a good movie? And so many movies suck nowadays. I'm supposed to buy that Hollywood is going to make a good Ninja Turtle movie, let alone a good R-rated Ninja Turtle movie? I'm supposed to buy into that? And then we'll screw it up? And mess it up? And then if you overcome all of that I just mentioned, apathy sets in, because even if that's the case, even if all of the slots are filled, the first R-rated Ninja Turtle film we get is a film where the story is 3 of the 4 turtles are fucking dead. Now, the last Ronin story, I know of it. I know enough about it. I know that it's Michelangelo. I read about the stuff of how Raphael and the other characters died. How, like, the ghosts of his brothers, like, keep checking on him, but he gets haunted by it, so sometimes he wants to end his life, and sometimes he, but he's going to fulfill this revenge mission for his family, his honor of his family, which is a dark story. But at the same time, I'm like, wow, all these years they did an R-rated Ninja Turtle film, and 3/4 of the turtles are dead, including my favorite Raphael. So I'm like, yeah, let me be excited for a movie where my favorite character is dead from the get-go, and they'll probably show a flashback of how he dies. Yeah, I look forward to that. So I can only say, hey, if it's done very well, I go, wow, it was cool to see that at least once. And if it's successful, the hopeful possibility that they make more Ninja Turtle material with an R rating and say, hey, this is an actual source of revenue we could accumulate. We can do this, and it can be successful. So let's make maybe an R-rated animated movie, or let's make another R-rated movie, but it has some of the other characters in it. Or let's make an R-rated movie, but that's a pipe dream, and I don't sell for pipe dreams anymore. I don't. Call me cynical, call me black-hearted, whatever the case, but more times than not, they fucked it up. And more times than not, you can wish for something, and then you go, well, this is what I wish for. Exactly, it's not what you wish for, because you get too much disappointment. So I would say, impress me. But even again, it's like, okay, this is going to be more like Logan. It's going to be more depressing. And again, the characters I like, my favorite character, Raphael, is dead, because that's how it is in the story. Oh, that's selfish. Yeah, I know it's selfish. That's why it's my opinion on it. I'm not giving my opinion on what 50 other people said. I'm going to give my opinion on what I say. So, apathy. The meaning of apathy is you just have no emotion one way or another about it. Again, whether it actually gets made, if they cast it right, how is the turtle going to be? Is it going to be CGI like the Michael Bay Ninja Turtle produced films? Those films he produced? Or would they actually go for practical? Would it be a mix of both? If it go full CGI, if it looks crappy, then I don't know if that would work out. Or they add stupid stuff to it. And hey, I like Michelangelo. He's my second favorite of the Turtles. So, a film for him to get some merit, cool. But why am I going to look forward to a film where my favorite character's dead? And there's probably be a flashback where we see him die. I've already seen Captain Kirk die. I've already seen Han Solo die. I've already seen Luke Skywalker die. I've already seen a lot of other characters I like die. I don't really need to see Raphael die, but obviously that's the case. As was Leo and Donnie and stuff, but hey, if it's good, if it's successful, if its success means you get more of this type of content, that would be great. That would be a benefit. But again, that's a pipe dream that I'm not gonna hold my breath for. So, because again, people get excited, and 9 times out of 10 they get disappointed. So, apathy. So, take that for what you will. There's not really much any other info. There's no director, there's no cast, there's nothing of the sort. There's no other information. I mean, I think a Ninja Turtle film done in the style of the Raid Redemption or Dread, the 4 of them, there's a foot headquarters, the top is Shredder. They gotta do that to save April O'Neil or save the day, and you have fight scenes like the Raid Redemption. All 4 have distinct personalities. All 4 at times could split up, so Mighty and Raph and Leo and Donnie, and then things happen, and it's Raph and Donnie and Leo and Mighty, and they're working together, and then they get separated, and they going up, and there's different floors. I know, like a video game, but like the Raid Redemption and Dread. That could easily work. And you film it like the Nobody, John Wick, The Beekeeper, those style of action films, I think that could be a winner. But that movie's never going to happen. And this movie, I don't mind Logan. And that's the best possibility. It'll be like Logan where I don't mind it, but I don't rewatch it a lot because it's so damn depressing. I'll say it's good. There's a lot of moments I like in it, including the violence and the action. But I don't rewatch it much because it's so damn depressing to see Charles Xavier die and him getting murdered and Logan dying at the end, and because I think Michelangelo dies at the end of that story. I don't want a Logan of Ninja Turtles. That's why Last Ronin I respect, Last Ronin I appreciate, but I never bought the damn thing because I respect what it does. I respect what, but I that's not an enjoyable story for me. Logan, I respect, I like, but I don't I don't think I own the film because I don't rewatch it. It's too fucking depressing. I want a kick-ass, The Ray Redemption, Dread type of action film. That's what I want. You're being picky. You're damn right I'm picky. Because I have all these other stuff I can watch for my time and be fine. So, and what? The earliest this film would come out would be what? It's 2024. If you were at lucky at the most, 2025 it would shoot, and 2026 it would come out. And then let's say that was the case. I mean, okay, it's April 2024. Let's say somehow, some way they're done and they're going to start filming at the end of the year, which would never, ever, ever be the case. I'm just saying the most fantastical of scenarios. And then they film, and then they get done, and then they release it late 2025 or 2026. And then, let's say, oh, it's successful, and then we're going to do another film. And then you're lucky it'd be like 2028. That's still like, I'm going to be in my mid 40s if, if I live that long. And that's the most pie in the sky fantastical. I'm like, no, at this day, it is what it is. The type of film I want's never going to happen. Face fats. And there you go. I mean, that's where apathy, once again, sets in. Hey, I hope it's good. But I'm not going to be gunno about it. I mean, if it was a Raphael film where he was kicked out of the family because he was deemed too violent, too angry, so he moves far away to try to fight his own inner demons, and he gets in some plot of action scenes and dealing with people even worse than he is, and regains a bit of composure and humility and humanity and goes back to try to be a better brother. That'd be more my type of story. And you don't kill everybody off and be depressing. But I mean, hell, Clerks 3 became a depressing comedy. Star Wars became a depressing franchise. Why not have a depressing Ninja Turtles film? Why not? So, take that for what you will. Of course, the first R-rated Ninja Turtle film is the one that's the most depressing. I just go watch the 2003 Ninja Turtles cartoon. At least there's that. I mean, there's some good episodes, like Same as It Ever Was, but that was like one episode, not the full show and stuff. And that was like a alternate. I don't know. I know there's alternate. I'm just going over the place. So, I hope it's good. I hope it's good, but it's Hollywood. So, not gonna hold my breath. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye for now.